Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Down to the Wire. I'm the Shark, alongside the Breadstick, and today we have our fourth ever special guest joining us, the Wakeland Senior Class President, Dugan Sexton. Dugan, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing great, Sharko. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. So for the people that don't know you, just give us a little bit of an introduction about yourself and your basketball experience.
So I am a senior at Wakeland High School. Like Ari said, I'm the class president, so I got some of my peers to vote me in for such thing. And then I've been playing football and basketball for 4 years. This year we won back to back district titles for basketball. And for football, we made playoffs barely, but I was out all season with a broken leg. But I'm pretty much just working out right now, growing help growing the business, Yoke Club, which representing right now. Always got to represent. Aries got
So,
some merch himself. He knows what it's like. But yeah, we're just animals ready for the future.
yeah,
And are you looking at any
right.
offers right now, or like just working out, just having fun?
Yeah, for football, I've got a few offers I've like considered. I'm considering like three schools. Got to make a decision soon because uh, just for like the timeline and everything. So still deciding on that. But yeah, I'll be playing football next year in college. So
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool. All
very
right.
good stuff.
And do you, for NBA knowledge, do you have a favorite team or player, or do you just watch for the fun of it?
my favorite team is the Utah Jazz. I used to live in Utah for probably like 8 years, about, and then before I moved there, I lived in Chicago, so I like the Bulls. But Jazz, I like the Jazz better than the Bulls.
All right.
Favorite player? I don't really know if I have a favorite player. I mean, I like hmm, I don't really know. I mean, Donovan Mitchell's always a beast, but I don't think he's my favorite. I just like LeBron probably the most just cuz he's the GOAT, so he's a beast.
Ooh,
I like
that's
that.
that's already an interesting take right there. So, do you have LeBron over Jordan for your goat?
Oh yeah, LeBron over Jordan for sure.
Okay, I like it. I like that. So, Dugan, so obviously, like you just said, you're a Jazz fan, and you know the Jazz are the number one seed in the West, best in the league. And you know if they make it if they remain the first seed and finish first, it'll be the first time since Stockton and Malone to get the first seed.
Mm.
But my question to you is: whenever you see Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, do you how do they compare to someone like Stockton and Malone?
Honestly, they're kind of similar just based off their I mean, they're kind of similar, but they're also like way different just cuz like based on past in the basketball world, like this whole style was way different back then. Like Stockton was like literally like pass first every time, but Donovan Mitchell's probably score first. He's point guard, but I mean he's scoring like insane, and Gobert's mostly getting putbacks, getting dish downs, but he's excelling on defense more. So I mean they're just like a good combo based on Donovan Mitchell's scoring ability on offense and Rudy Gobert's clamps on defense. So
Nice, nice.
Yeah, like it. So, uh, another question that I had, we're gonna take it over to All Star because All Star Weekend is this weekend. So, in your opinion, who do you think got snubbed?
ooh, I think um let me think. Who was it? Westbrook? Wait.
Westbrook did
Who
not make it.
yeah,
No.
Westbrook. I think Westbrook got snubbed just because like he's always been a beast, and I think Chris Paul made it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Like he's good, but he's not like I don't know if he's all star material still. And Like Trey Young didn't make it. I just don't get that. I think it's more of like a popularity contest. Who will get more people to show up?
See
So it's kind of
what's funny about that though is that what I've learned the other day is that whenever it comes to reserves, it's not popularity anymore. It's all about what coach's preference is. So it seems like
for the reserve.
yeah, for the reserves, it's coach's preference. It's not population vote.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's true. I didn't even. Who else got snubbed? Or who? Yeah, who else got snubbed? I haven't been like on the All Star news like list really.
Well, I can pull up the all-star list for you right now, and you can just give me who you think should have made it. Just going based off of who didn't make it. So for the East, we have Kevin Durant, who will not play because he is injured. Giannis, Bradley Beal, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, and Jason Tatum rounding out the starters for the East. Then you have Jaylen Brown, James Harden, Zach LaVine, Julius Randle, Ben Simmons, Nikola Vucevic, and Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, and I saw DeMar DeRozan and Devin Booker didn't make it, which is like I don't get that. That's DeMar DeRozan and Devin Booker. Devin Booker's like the future of NBA. One of them, and he got snubbed.
Yeah, Devin Booker originally
Yeah, I don't
didn't
get
make it, and Anthony Davis got injured, and he will not play. So then they subbed in Devin Booker, but originally he was not gonna
that.
play.
Okay. Yeah, and even if that happened, like, would you want to play? Like, if you didn't get chosen, why would you want to be like a backup? I don't know.
Yeah, and
Preference.
yeah, it is preference. But also last year he didn't get to play. I mean, he got snubbed last year at the beginning too. But then I think Damian Lillard went out and Devin Booker got to play. So this is his second year in a row that this happened.
Yeah, that's jeez. He's not having a good time, and he got ejected last game. I don't even know how. A vicious bounce at the ref or something.
I think,
I don't.
yeah,
I don't know.
I think he's definitely very, very frustrated because, like, LeBron said the other day that Devin Booker is the most snubbed player in the league, and I think he's definitely playing with a chip on his shoulder because he feels like he needs to prove himself a little bit more in order to not keep getting snubbed by everything.
Yeah. Exactly. That's kind of good though.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So while we're on the topic of Devin Booker, he's on the Suns, and the Suns they're second in the West, and that they're beating out the Lakers. So the Suns with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. What's it gonna take, in your opinion, like with them in the West being so stacked? What's it gonna take for them to like maintain the top 4 spot in the West?
I mean, I think he's just got to keep like balling out, and not him only balling out, but like everyone on his team. Just I mean, he's averaging like what, maybe like 25 or something. I don't know, but I think he's just got to. He might have to rack up those numbers to like try to get average maybe like 30, close to 30, 28 maybe, and just keep balling out. And I think he will, especially now that he got snubbed from the All Star list initially. He's still gonna play, but yeah, he's just got to keep balling out and just beating everyone. I can't believe the Lakers aren't like top seed right now, but
It definitely has been
Yeah.
tough for the Lakers because the Lakers do have Anthony Davis out with an Achilles injury, so that will hold them back. But I'm looking at the Suns roster right now, and it's actually a lot more stacked than I thought it was because they have obviously Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, but they have Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, Dario Saric, Frank Kaminsky, Cameron Payne, Langston Galloway, Eton Moore. That's a lot of good underrated firepower that I didn't realize that they had.
even Jake Crowder too. He's pretty good too.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I mean, they have a stacked team now that I think. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I thought it was just Chris Paul was coming to be a good mentor and leader for Devin Booker, and they were just. But I didn't realize how stacked this team was.
I know, it's actually kind of impressive. Their depth is impressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
agree.
Go.
So,
Oh, Dalton, you want to go? Or you want me to go? Okay.
oh yeah,
Okay.
you
So I'm a big person about depth with team, and one team that I had a lot of doubt for is the Nets, because I feel like them getting James Harden, they traded away a lot of their depth. Now, looking at the
Yeah.
Nets right now, even if Kevin Durant is out, they are doing pretty well, being top 3 in the East. Or they're number 2 seed right now,
Yeah.
but it's like interchangeable between them three, the Bucks and the 76ers. Do you think them not having any depth to their lineup will catch up with them in the playoffs?
I mean, I don't really know because usually in like the regular season, you always see like some of the top players taking rest games just for like I don't know, they're fatigued or tired. I don't know. Kind of different now in this day and age, but I don't know. Their depth doesn't seem to be hurting them right now. And in the playoffs, everyone activates to a whole nother level. So I don't think their bench players will even play that much in the playoffs just because of the whole nother level that teams go on when they reach the playoffs. Like everyone's just going crazy. They're like, we gotta win this. We gotta win the ship. We gotta win the ship. If James Harden just like loses maybe a few pounds, maybe he'll be even more in shape to play more.
dude, got him.
Yeah.
But another thing, so obviously, I think the East right here this is just further explain proof that the East is so weak because the Knicks right now are the 5th seed, and that is something that really none of us would have thought. So my question to you is like with the East being so weak, like you have teams like the Knicks and Charlotte, and yet
Sixers.
yeah, and then all the other teams in the East. Like, what makes? I think the East is kind of fun. So, like what makes it like so interesting is what I'm trying to ask.
I think like the East is like there's a bunch of like young players that are talented. Like they're surrounded by not as good players compared to the West. Like Sixers got the Ben Simmons. And the Hornets got Lamelo, of course. Um, Celtics got Jason Tatum. Bucks got Giannis. They're all pretty young in a way. And then you look on the West side, and they're more experienced, older players like LeBron, Anthony Davis, Steph, Klay Thompson. Like, it just seems like an age gap when you look at the East versus West.
It seems
Like the
like,
Cavs have,
yeah, it definitely seems like in the West, everyone's around that 29, 30 age. But in the East, you have like some in the middle, you have some older, you have some younger. It definitely does feel like more of
yeah,
a mix.
yeah, like a wider range.
Mhm. Yeah, I get you. So, we'll give one more question and then we'll call it. So, in your opinion, with the season being halfway over, I just gotta know who do you think is going to win MVP this season?
Oh, God, I don't even know. Maybe like it's tough because I really want kind of want LeBron to win MVP, but I don't know. I saw something like I don't know if it's true or not, but like Joel Embiid is like is he in the race for MVP?
Is
Joel
And it
Embiid, LeBron, and Jokic are all top 3 right now. And I think Curry
okay,
and Lillard are hovering around that 4th, 5th spot.
okay, yeah, because literally any of those players can have a crazy second half of the season, and any one of them could take the MVP. Um, LeBron has is just so consistent every year. I don't think it'll be him. Just based like he averages every year like I don't even know, probably like almost 30 points, 10 plus rebound or almost 10 rebounds, almost 10 assists. He almost averages a triple double every year and doesn't win. I don't think it'll be him. I think it'll be if Joel Embiid keeps doing what he's doing, it might be him. That'd be awesome.
The
I mean, it'd be
yeah,
impressive.
the only reason like I think really that people don't win it again like LeBron is that in the recent years there has been a really big thing about voter fatigue, and I think it's caught up with LeBron because he's already won 4, and I think it's
Yeah.
already caught up with Steph unless if Steph just has a breakout year and the Warriors get a top 3
Yeah.
seed, and I think it's already caught up with Giannis because Giannis is still top 3 in his league, still doing the same exact stuff he's been doing the last 2 years, but it really hasn't.
Exactly.
No one's talking about him. I think on the MVP ladder he might be like 6th or 7th. Like that's not
Okay.
that great, and I think
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I could really see keeping LeBron from winning it because LeBron definitely also deserves it because with Anthony Davis being out, Lakers still being a top 3 seed, like that's pretty great in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. People. I feel like people just get so like comfortable. They just don't realize how good they are. Like they've seen it so many times. They're like, oh, he does this all the time. They don't realize how insane it is to do that at his age, even. But, like to see like a new player like Joel Embiid or even, I mean, Damian Lillard's been getting in the MVP race for countless years. It seems like, but he never wins it. So they're gonna unless if he has a breakout second half of the season, he might be top 2 or 3, and then Steph, I don't know if he's gonna win, even though he's like averaging probably like I don't know, is he averaging like 30 points per game?
He's averaging around 30. He's averaging basically his entire season, his 2015-26 season whenever they went on the 73-9 win streak or not win streak, but
Oh
yeah, that's the stats that he's averaging.
God, that's crazy. Yeah, he's been going off. Oh my goodness. And I'm surprised he's not like top 2 or 3.
We just have we have
Insane.
so much good talent in the league that it's just hard to. You have to look at almost every single factor. It seems like to see who's going to be really
Yeah.
come down to that MVP spot.
Like there's only like a tiny thing that separates them all because they're all great players, but who's the best? And it's like usually their record will come into account and like I don't know. So it's there's tiny little things that'll separate the great players from the MVP.
No, yeah, definitely. My only concern maybe with this MVP list is Jokic being top or in top 3 because I think maybe Damian Lillard or Curry deserve it a little bit more than what Jokic is doing. But Jokic
Yeah.
is still averaging a great season, 8 assists per game, 11 rebounds, 27 points, and the Nuggets are like top 5 seed, I think. I don't know, but
Okay.
I mean it's definitely understandable, but I think Jokic is probably top 2 center this season because of just what Joel Embiid has been doing.
Huh.
I agree for sure. Well, that is all the time we have for today. We want to thank you guys for watching, and make sure you follow Dugan on Instagram, and of course check out Yo Club on Instagram as well. And so that way that way Yo Club can be booming, and that way we can all have a good time. But last time, I'm the Shark alongside the Breadstick, and for special guest Dugan Sexton. Make sure you follow us all on social media. We'll drop our socials in the description, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you for having me.